Hello, Musto006, so we're going to continue on with Mega Man 10. Last time finished up the final Grandmaster stage, completed all the perfect runs, and ordinarily we'd be finishing up the main game and taking on Dr. Wily. But as with Mega Man 9, to save or to leave the finale of the game to end on a more fitting high note, we're going to be taking a look at the extras the game has to offer in this video. So yeah, apologies I didn't really leave much time as a way of intro. So yeah, we're going to be diving into the special stages, which are three stages as downloadable content. And yeah, we're going to be looking at those first. They are available in time attack mode. And yeah, let's get into them. There will be a section later on where things will be slowed down. Or yeah, I'll be having to slow down a little bit so I can talk about the setup for them maybe a bit more. But yeah, at the moment let's actually talk a bit more about stage. The first three screens, fairly standard fare, a few Octus batteries, really nothing too much to worry about. And then we immediately get thrown into a reappearing spring block section over spikes. Oh joy! Oh, and by the way, since this is time attack mode, as indeed in Mega Man 9, this works in the sense that it is a one-shot deal. So if you run out of energy, you die, you land on spikes, you fall in a pit, and yeah, that is it. It's not too bad here, I guess, given that the reappearing spring block section is about 20 seconds or so into the stage. But still, when you get thrown back to the beginning of the stage, it's always a bit annoying on a time attack mode. This stage also lets us follow these gotcha moments, or quick reaction moments, where you fall down off screen basically, and you have either mainly spikes. I think I don't recall too many falling into bottomless pits, but yeah, mainly spikes. There's another example there where hold left when you go down that screen or into that screen. Otherwise, if you hug the right hand wall, you'll land on the spike pit, and again, one hit KO, back to the beginning for you. So yeah, this stage likes to pull off a lot of those moments, and also very tricky jumps. Yeah, this one seems to be very death happy. Not that the others aren't as well, but yeah, this one in particular I think just has a lot of those kind of gotcha moments, and I think generally is a lot slower than the other. It takes a bit more time to get through if you were trying to speed run it through or whatever, or if you were, maybe that's badly phrased, if you were actually trying to get through without taking damage. So what I'm doing here, for example, I'm not, obviously this time attack mode, I'm trying to get through as best I can without taking too many liberties. I'm obviously not hanging around hopefully for too long, but I'm not going completely gung-ho. Like for example here, I'm taking the time to stop there to kill that goop net rather than, another gotcha moment there by the way, rather than just plough through, take the damage, but of course I'll get through quicker. So yeah, I'm trying to do a fairly competent job here from the point of view of not taking damage, but hopefully not take too long either. So yeah, there's a mix to be had here. I'm not going for a massive speed run by any stretch of the imagination. And another gotcha moment here. As I said, the screen or this stage loves to pull them. And yeah, what a jump that is, by the way. That is a really annoying jump to have to make. You have to be right on the edge of that in order to make it. Clearly you can without using Rush Jet or some other, something else or whatever. But yeah, kind of irritating. Anyway, as we slow down here for the mole segment, let me just go through the setup of these special stages. So yeah, basically, I'll say there are three of them, and we get to reference the Mega Man Killer, which is a fantastic callback from the Game Boy games. So I won't spoil the other two, although probably be fairly obvious once you see them. For hardcore fans or those who play the games, they'll probably recognise the stages. But yeah, this one is referencing Enka from Mega Man I from the Game Boy. So yeah, a lot of the screens we'll see as being familiar from that game, as indeed, of course, is the boss Enka. So let's talk about him, and we'll also get to show off the three special weapons that we actually get from beating these bosses. So these are available once you beat these three, and they are permanently available. So if I started a new game, or indeed did this Let's Play, we didn't get to see them because I didn't really pause the menu. But yeah, these weapons are there for you to have. Anyway, boss Enka, he likes to shoot out his saber to the top of the screen and fire and sort of charge it up. If you shoot him at that point in time, by the way, he will shoot a sort of charge shot at you, so you don't want to attack him when he's doing that. He'll then sort of shoot a small shot across the screen, and basically just sort of either dash across the screen or jump across the screen. And he's a pretty easy fight, to be honest. So yeah, we actually got to use the Ballad Cracker on him, which is the special weapon we get from defeating Ballad, which will be special stage 3. But yeah. Conscious I'm not having a lot of time to talk about all this, but yeah, apologies. It is only the extras video, not really the main game, but I still want to do a fairly decent job here. Apologies if that's not the case. Anyway, moving on to special stage 2, and yeah, this is referencing Punk from Mega Man III from the Game Boy. We skipped Mega Man II from the Game Boy, which has Quint, which is Mega Man from the future, as is Mega Man Killer. And yeah, if they were going to skip one, I guess Quint is probably the best one to skip. This screen, by the way, just don't drop down immediately, hang on to the ladder. Yeah, you get triple shield attackers, so yeah, hang around at the top of the ladder and wait for an opportune moment for it to go down and actually be able to shoot the shield attackers from behind. This screen with lots of count bombs actually gives you an energy tank if you so wish. There might actually be a hidden one somewhere on the first special stage. I'm not sure about that. There definitely is on the third one, and it's much more hidden than that one. Well, I say much more. It's reasonably obvious, I guess, but we'll see that in a moment. Yeah, energy tank if you so wish, and of course that would make getting through the stage and indeed beating the boss a lot easier. The remainder of that screen was about using the seesaw mechanic, or the seesaw gimmick from Blade Man, of course, in Mega Man 10. So I really do like the reimagining. Again, I've not played the Game Boy games, but I have other than Mega Man V, which is sort of I felt was worth getting separately because it's a completely new game as opposed to most of the other ones just sort of being rehashes of previous Mega Man stages and Robot Masters that we've already faced. So I've never played those ones. Mega Man V is the only one I have played. Yeah, so it's not necessarily the most amazing callback for me because I've not played those games, but I can certainly imagine for those who have, this would be a fantastic set of callbacks to those stages. And as I say, yeah, they're not like absolute every screen completely faithful recreations, but a lot of them are. And I like the fact that we introduced sort of Mega Man 10 ultimately enemies into those things. So for example, I'm absolutely adamant there wouldn't have been a seesaw gimmick in Mega Man in whatever Punk stage was. But yeah, there was a screen there at least that had something like that, I presume. But yeah, not actually the seesaw gimmick. So I like the reimagining the fairly faithful recreations, but yeah, with the Mega Man 10 added gimmicks and enemies in place as well. So yeah, that's kind of a nice little touch. As I say, this section's actually rather slow. Again, the first special stage has sort of the mole section which kind of slows it all down. You probably can rush through that section again, but as I say, for a purpose of Let's Play, I'm not going to take my chances. I'm just going to wait out those crushes and yeah, let's not risk unnecessary death. But as I say, I think I got to the boss a lot quicker than I did in Special Stage 1. And yeah, I think I've already mentioned, that is Punk, complete with his own entrance from how he appears in Mega Man I. So we saw how Enka is weak to Ballad Cracker, and yeah, we will see later on, Punk is weak to Enka's Mirror Buster. I think that's what it's called. If I got that wrong, my apologies. But anyway, yeah, the trick to this one, and Punk can be very hard to hit actually. I've done a pretty good job so far. But yeah, you want to reflect his screw crusher shots back at him. But yeah, easier said than done sometimes to be able to not necessarily hit them, but actually hit Punk back with them. Sometimes the timing just doesn't work out very well at all. For the most part, he's pretty easy dodging the screw crushers, but he dashes across the screen at enormous speed. So yeah, if he's like high up on the screen, he's not too bad. If he's low down, he's not too bad. The one that really is annoying is the one in the middle, where you have to jump over it. You can't slide under it. But yeah, that one can be a bit of a bugger to avoid. Interesting note on the clear time there. That was exactly, I think, 80 seconds. Oh, sorry, 81 hundredths of a second longer than the previous screen. I cleared them almost identical time. It was absolutely amazing. But yeah, and that one took a little bit longer, despite me saying that I think it's quicker to get through. At least the level. But Punk, as I said, is just a bit more of a long-winded, drawn-out fight. Because they try and actually damage him with the Mirror Buster, or indeed at all really, because he spends a lot of time when he's in that Punk ball and dashes across the screen, actually invincible, you can't hit him. So yeah, level takes a lot shorter, but the boss takes a lot longer in my experience. But anyway, we're on to the third and final stage, stage 3, and as I already alluded to, or I guess mentioned the Mega Man killer's name, this is referencing Ballad from Mega Man IV. So yeah, this level's actually a lot shorter. I think this one is by far the shortest one to get through in terms of time. The other ones typically would take about 3 minutes or so if I'm not doing like a mad dash, a speed run. But this one usually takes about only 2.5 minutes. But yeah, fairly quick level and fairly quick boss to beat as well. And yeah, feels like a less sort of yeah, I don't know, like, again, instantaneous death like with other ones. Yes, there are some hits at the beginning there which had instantaneous deaths. By the way, this is the hidden E-tank here in this stage. I was actually confident enough that I wouldn't need it either through the stage or indeed beating the Robot Master. So again, in the interest of getting through quick, let's just not even bother collecting the E-tank. But obviously, you can do if you want, that's where that's hidden. As I say, there was that clear countdown bomb 1 on the special stage 2. There probably is an E-tank hidden in special stage 1, but funnily enough, I actually don't know where it is. I've never actually bothered to look it up or do enough searching on the stage itself to actually find it. So yeah, I'm sure it's there though, somewhere. Tricky little screen this with a lot of the parachute bombs and also the yeah, annoying enemies the pitchers that throw the softballs in the arcs. So yeah. End of the level here. Actually, you don't need to use Triple Blade here. Of course, I'll be showing off a few weapon demonstrations here as well. But yeah, the ability to actually shoot downwards with Triple Blade there just means clearing out these bombs here is far quicker. You can piddle about with the Mega Buster and actually shoot them. You don't need a Triple Blade or any other weapon to get through. But as I say, I'm not didn't think it was worth mucking around with that. With, again, not trying to do it reasonably quickly without absolutely mad dash speed running. So yeah, Triple Blade is a good way of getting through that fairly quickly. Anyway, here is Ballad. He shoots out these Ballad crackers, yeah, up to about 4 or so on the floor. He sort of jumps around a bit, and then after he's dashed at you, he'll then throw a cracker horizontally. Last one to get hit by. Wonderful. He's pretty straightforward, to be honest, and his weakness is the Screw Crusher, which is Punk's weapon. So I can't do record, by the way, and I think it was by 12/100ths of a second. So yay! Obviously, had a pretty terrible runs when I was doing this stage previously, but yeah, I actually got a new record on my go for this Let's Play. Wow. Anyway, yeah. I think that's all I want to say on special stages. So yeah, moving on with the extras, we're going to have a look at Proto Man and Base. So you can see here, Proto Man. First of all, I thought I'd show off the shop. So he gets a bit less than Mega Man. So extra lives, energy tanks, weapon tanks, speed, spike protection, and the energy balancer. But yeah, so I'm not going to buy anything, not going to use anything. But so yeah, we get to see Beat Call, which is the save you if you fall in a pit. We know what all the other ones are. And yeah, so I would show off Proto Man's shop. And since I did an absolute terrible job in the actual stage, because I'll show off Strike Man stage in a minute, actually showing off any of his abilities, here they all are. So yeah, he has the ability to slide. He also has the ability to charge up shots, like so. He even has the ability to charge up shots while sliding. Yay! He also has two little upgrades along with Mega Man. So we have the Proto Coil, which looks like it jumps a little bit, allows to jump a little higher than Rush Core. Not quite sure on that though. He also gets the Proto Jet as well, which works exactly the same way as Rush Jet does, only it doesn't have the adorable little dog face on the front of the jet. We also get to see here very briefly an ability showing off Proto Shield to deflect shots, but we'll see that a bit more in action when we actually go through the stage proper. So yeah, as I said, I did an absolutely terrible job. That's also going to be the case with Base, because I'll show that off as well, in actually showing off most of his abilities in the actual stage. Yeah, I recorded a little bit extra there just to show off all Proto Man's abilities in full function at the beginning of the stage. Apologies there, I talked over the whistle as Proto Man stage starts. So yeah, the stage music doesn't immediately kick in. When you play with Proto Man, you get his little famous whistle at the beginning of the stage before the music kicks in proper. Anyway, here we are, and I get at the locker section, and I get to show off the ability of the Proto Shield. So yeah, we already saw it very briefly, and that's probably the main reason ultimately why I picked Strike Man stage to play through as Proto Man. And so that is his ability to deflect pellet shots with the Proto Shield. So it is a useful ability, but it can sometimes be a little bit finicky. There, where you've got an immediate kind of easy setup, frankly, with the with the pellet shots, the lockers, they're a sort of non-moving object, and the pellet shots are going to be homing directly at you as well. They'll always home directly at you as well, unlike, for example, a Met's pellet shots, which will sort of shoot in the same pattern every time, but they won't directly aim for me, so I have to sort of make more of a deliberate effort to actually maneuver Proto Man, and his shield, obviously, to deflect the shots. So yeah, I could have obviously gone through a stage with lots of Mets in, but I felt actually, funnily enough, the lockers from Strike Man stage would probably be the best one to demonstrate his abilities. Also, we'll see it a little bit later on, although completely flukily, I might add. Yeah, we get also to deflect other sort of small projectiles as well. So some of these little soft balls, indeed, or balls here. So yeah, also get to see a really clumsy hit. Yeah, but I like to say I planned that, so we can actually get to see a demonstration of how much damage Proto Man takes. You can clearly see his health bar there. Or maybe you can't see it clearly because the black in the screen now are sort of high to the top of the health bar a little bit, annoyingly. But yeah, well, I think I actually get hit in this boss as well. So, but yeah, pay attention to the health bar when we immediately enter the next stage. You'll see just how sort of much health has been drained from Proto Man as a result of taking, a couple of hits or so. Mega Man wouldn't take anywhere near that amount of, anywhere near that much damage. But yeah, in fact, you can probably see now, fair chunk of the health bar's gone. Only 2 hits, and I'm gone more than half. So I think that's more than half anyway. So yeah, Proto Man. While, as I say, a bit of a trade-off, you do get his an And also there's a demonstration of the shield not fully working properly. As I say, it can be a little bit finicky. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it does, but as I say, it's probably just a case of me not positioning myself very well there. Yeah, sometimes you feel like you've done everything you can, and it's still sort of the shot still sneaks through. So yeah, for the most part it works pretty well though. I can't really complain. Yeah, as I was saying, the trade-off was a demonstration of the hitting the softball there. Again, completely flukily, not planned that. Couldn't take the credit for that by any stretch of the imagination. And also going to get Lockwood here as well. There. But yeah, as I've been trying to say now for quite a while, Proto Man's trade-off while he does have a slide, indeed the shield, and also the charge shot as well. He does take a lot more damage from enemies, so yeah. And given that I don't tend to use the charge shot all that much, and I find the Proto Shield quite situational, again, not that it's not fun to play as Proto Man from time to time, but yeah, good old Mega Man is just my sort of standard fare. And yeah, probably a demonstration there as well. I sort of mentioned during my Let's Play that typically I would just tend to shoot these footballs, the rocket powered footballs, and just, you know, go underneath them. There's clearly a demonstration there. You can indeed jump over them as long as you position yourself between the spikes on top. Either way is fine. As I tend to prefer actually shooting them and going underneath them. Maybe I'd like to say I had that in mind when I was recording this footage. However many eons ago when it actually was. Before I had to re-record the Let's Play because of all my recording issue problems. But yeah, I'd like to say I planned that so I could demonstrate it, but I don't think I can take the credit for that. If it was the case, yay me, but not sure on that. Anyway, yeah, the rest of the stage I think was after these mentioning the spike bit was well, pretty much at the end of the stage. Really didn't have too much else to say. Yeah, we have a standard, obviously, Strike Command. I didn't come in here with Robomaster weapons, by the way. Obviously, I could have come in with Strike Command's weakness, but yeah, we'll save that for the Fortress stages. But yeah, fairly standard fare. Strike Command is pretty much as easy as ever. And yeah, that's the boss. Didn't get hit during it. And by the way, yeah, I think it's a little bit risky actually. That strategy there. I probably could have maybe got out his weakness and used that because I think I was fairly confident on Strike Command, but I think, frankly, 2 hits against the Robomaster probably wouldn't enough to kill me, given Proto Man's increased damage. Anyway, yeah, well, I thought I'd show off all the Proto Man's weapon absorption animation, and also his weapon get. The screen's a slightly different colour. It's an orangey sort of colour here. I think Mega Man's was more bluish, but yeah, we get the same weapons as we do with Mega Man. So yeah, you can use Proto Man and indeed Base can just use them in exactly the same fashion as Mega Man. Whew. Not much time to catch my breath at all. So we have seen Proto Man, a demonstration of Proto Man, and now we get to see a demonstration of Base with Reggae there in the shop. So Base gets a little bit extra, so he gets extra lives, energy tanks, weapon tanks, the spike protection, and the energy balancer. He also gets these 2 other items, which are treble items. So treble items, special items when used, can be used on the item screen, and treble rescue, which is treble rescue automatically saves you when you fall into a hole. It can only be used once. So yeah, a couple of little different extra upgrades there. I guess Triple Rescue probably works exactly the same way as Beat, but yeah, the Triple Item probably works much in the same way as Eddie, but yeah, those items, yeah, thought I'd show off the shop there as well. And as I said again, since I did a terrible job during the main game, or during the actual main stage, less of a terrible job than with Proto Man, but yeah, demonstration of Base's abilities, so he can dash. He can shoot in every which way direction. He can't actually walk and shoot, so whenever he shoots he'll be standing still. So that is one limitation, but as I say, he can rapid fire as well, which is a really nice ability. And he also gets the treble boost, which we've seen in previous games as well, so he can treble, latches onto the back of him, and he can fly and float in the screen for as long as the weapon is there. He can also shoot in three directions. So yeah, there is a demonstration of Base's abilities. Since yeah, I show off a couple. I think at least the shooter capability, but not the dash and not triple boost as far as I'm aware while going through the stage. So yeah, and for that as the Base, we're going to go through Sheep Man. So as I said, I picked Strike Man primarily because of those locker enemies, so I could show off the Proto Shield in terms of deflecting bullets. Well, that's probably one of the best ones for that. And yeah, picked Sheep Man because Base is an absolute god in this stage. There are so many useful, or basically his shooting capability just means that he has so much of an easy time on this stage. It's yeah, pretty ridiculous at times. Yeah, another demonstration there at least. Yeah, of shooting every which way direction. I thought I'd had some sort of semblance while I was going through to show some bits off, but yeah, I showed that off there. I also showed off, actually there's one interesting point there as well, which we'll get to see a little bit later on, perhaps a bit more obviously. that unlike Mega Man, this sentence is going to be terrible, but yeah, unlike Mega Man who can shoot through walls, Bass's shots don't go through walls. I should have said that the other way around, but oh well, yeah. We'll get to see it a bit more, I think, demonstration, much better demonstration a bit later, but yeah. Bass's gun, while rapid fire and in every which way direction, cannot go through walls. It's also a little bit weaker than Mega Man's Mega Buster, so yeah, we do have to shoot enemies a lot more in order to take them out. But I think it's actually a fairly reasonable trade-off there. Obviously, yeah, the rapid fire and the fact that it can shoot in every which way direction, I think probably more than compensates for its slight lack of power. Although, as I said, another shortcoming is that you are standing still when you shoot it. But yeah, here's a wonderful little demonstration of the Octobowl boss with Bass. Now, unfortunately, again, the reduced damage means that it's a bit difficult to take them all out in one go. So I do have to do it in 2 goes. But you know, frankly, still the ability to stand on the ground there and just shoot vertically upwards into that light bulb makes that boss, or makes that mid boss, far less of a chore to get through. Also, a lot of these totem pole enemies here, just, you know, again, you can just shoot diagonally upwards, and it's just so much easier to take out pretty much all the enemies in this stage with Bass. So yeah, an absolute prime candidate, I think, to show off all the glory of Bass abilities. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be stupid or clumsy there and take unnecessary hits, but oh well. Anyway, yeah, here's a good demonstration. I was trying to shoot that enemy before it got down, dropped down there into its little container there and started attacking me, but yeah, I couldn't actually hit it from below because, as I said, the Bass Buster will not shoot through walls. So, yay. Anyway, yeah, don't make much use of the dash in this, or any use of the dash. I don't know why. Frankly, it would be good here, you know, just rather than walking across the screen there. I have no idea what I was doing there, frankly. But oh well. Yeah, I think we're coming up. Yeah, I think we're coming up to the. Well, you're coming to reappearing the spring block section, so we're nearing the end of the stage. Again, here these totem poles just absolutely perfectly positioned. If a way to take them out by shooting diagonally, so yeah, might take advantage of that. Yeah, we'll get to see. Well, yeah, when we come to it, we'll get to see another of the main reasons why I took on this stage, and that is the road master himself, Sheepman. Oh my God, Bass is absolutely wrecks Sheepman. It's amazing. We'll see that in a little moment, but yeah, it's phenomenal. Slight little shortcoming here again of the shooting the walls. Normally I could have never with Mega Man, that would be my exact strategy there, to shoot through the wall there and take out that mouse cursor, but couldn't do it, couldn't shoot through the wall. And in case we didn't get to see, in case we weren't happy enough with the demonstration of getting the weapon tank on the first time around, for some reason again here I actually decided to bother collecting the weapon tank. Again, don't know why, I wasn't planning on using it, I wasn't going to do much of a base playthrough, but yeah, there it is anyway. And we do get to see one final little extra thing with the Bass's ability there with rapid fire. Yeah, you eventually shoot the shield attackers from the front, you can actually destroy the shields. So yeah, that's a nice little touch there as well. Mega Man can't do that, but yeah, Bass can. Anyway, yeah, rapid fire is also really good for those curved mouse cursor enemies and indeed the blocks that they shoot. But here's the real beauty behind taking on Sheepman with Bass. His ability to shoot upwards, and in particular diagonally upwards, makes this fight, oh, I don't even know how many times easier. Basically, if he's in one of the 2 bottom clouds as well, what you can do is you can just pummel away right at the beginning, and if Sheepman takes enough damage at the beginning, you can completely skip this phase where where the clouds split apart, and dodge all that lightning. If he's in one of the top 2 ones, it doesn't. You're probably unlikely to be able to get him, but still, you can still take out some of the clouds and make that section a lot easier. But yeah, wow, if he happens to be in one of the bottom clouds, yeah, shooting up diagonally just absolutely wrecks Sheepman. That is, that is such an easier boss fight and such an easier level to get through with Bass rather than Mega Man. I wouldn't say too much about Proto Man really on any stage. Yes, his charge shot is nice, and I guess his slide is as well. But I guess maybe going for perfect runs because I'm trying to avoid no damage anyway. The extra damage doesn't really make much difference. But yeah, Bass I think certainly has some advantages, particularly in this stage, and as we saw before, he gets exactly the same weapons as does Proto Man or indeed Mega Man, and yeah, he can use them to his heart's content. Moving on to the challenges. So yeah, this is going to be a fairly whistle-stop tour. We'll look at these set ones. So there are 12 of those, I think. One for Wily, clear the game once. Blue Bomber, clear the game in under an hour. Superhero, clear the game on hard. Hard Rock, make it to a boss room without getting damaged. Headbanging, to defeat the 8 remaining robot bosses with your helmet off. Destroyed for the destroy power of enemies. World Warrior, destroy one of every enemy. Trusty Sidearm, clear the no coffee break. Tenacious, which clear the game without continuing. Clear the game without dying. and cleared the game without getting damaged. No coffee break was about not using AEW or M tanks, and yeah, as I said, I didn't spend very long on that at all, so my apologies. I love the challenges in this game, I suppose, above and beyond what's in Mega Man 9. So you had the challenges, the ones on Challenge 2, which is all like set challenges, which of course you've gone through, and we get a whole bunch of challenges here. Mostly they're sort of just beating bosses without taking damage, or under set circumstances on easy, normal, and hard mode. But there are also some of these sort of challenges that are equivalent to sort of ones on Mega Man Powered Up. They're nowhere near as awesome as the one on Mega Man Powered Up. But I think I think I show off here, yeah, just a couple of them. I think this one's Chicken Run. So yeah, just basically get through the stage without dying, running into the spikes. So yeah, just sidle up to the end of the screens or the end of the ledges, and just fall off without holding a directional button. So yeah, I'm only going to show off one more. So we've got jump here, which is as you might expect, jump over the pits. So yeah, these are fairly fun, nice little extra to have to the game. And yeah, I like these ones above and beyond what Mega Man 9 did. As I say, not going to show them all off, that would take way too long. But yeah, just a demonstration there. Other than the ones where you just clear Robot Master fights, mid-bosses on easy, normal, and hard. Yeah, demonstration there of just a couple of little extra ones. And apologies here for the drop in sound quality. This is endless attack mode. Try to get as far as you can and the stage never ends. Only Mega Man can be used. Start at the red door and look for the blue door. The game ends when Mega Man dies. All special weapons can be used. Yeah, as I was saying, apologies for the complete drop in sound here. Unfortunately, I had a huge issue when I was recording, with the recorded footage here. That I think it was about screen 89 or so, where the frame rate drop was just ridiculous, and ultimately just ended up freezing the video. So if there was going to be anything, because I recorded all this way before I did the main Let's Play, but I didn't actually put all the re-record of the main Let's Play, but I didn't know about it because I didn't put all the footage together yet. But yeah, if there was anything on all the extras, or indeed the main game, or literally anything that was going to have a bit of a shocker or the recording on, or that would fail, I'm glad it was this, because effectively what I'm going to do here, as I did with Mega Man 9, we'll see me get through this first set of screens. We get to the first red door, so we'll clear about 5 screens, and then we'll speed up the footage. And actually, in the sped up footage, the way unfortunately that works on my recording software, or when I edit all these videos together, that actually takes away the sound. I think there's probably a way in which I could actually do it, but the main way, once I've done it after the fact, actually takes away the sound. So from this point on, there is actually no sound to the video, so it's just my voice. But so yeah, I'm not overly too fussed about the dip in sound quality. Ultimately, what I had to do was record on the original recording device and hypercam that. So I had to hypercam screen capture the original recording system that actually recorded the footage. So yeah, that's how I've managed to do this. Pay attention to this screen, by the way. This one we'll see at the very end. So yeah, this is actually we'll see this one again at the very end. But yeah, like I said, apologies for the drop in quality, but for the most part, yeah, 90% of me demonstrating this endless attack mode, it's not going to make too much difference. It works, as we've gone through the rules at the beginning, it works very much the same as the one I did in Mega Man 9. So yeah, we basically get through we get through about 5 screens or so, up to the red door, and up to a blue door, and then we transition into a new set of screens, and it just keeps going as far as you can make it. We saw on the pause screen there, I can't remember if I actually mentioned this earlier in the video, but yeah, the 3 special weapons, the Mirror Buster, the Screw Crusher, and the Ballad Cracker that we got for defeating Enka, Punk, and Ballad, you actually get to keep those, say, permanently. So yeah, in the main game, on the special attack, and you actually can't get rid of them unless you completely started up a new, deleted your save file, I think, or the actual system's records or something. If you start a new game at the beginning, then you'll have those 3 weapons available right at the start. We didn't get to see that because I didn't use the pause menu at all, I don't think, during the main Let's Play. But yeah, those are there permanently. Once you've beaten them, you have those weapons on hand right from the get-go. So yeah, that's kind of nice and kind of not in some ways. I kind of feel like it would be kind of good, to almost unlock them at certain points in time, rather than just sort of have them permanently, particularly when you start a new game. But it is what it is. It's not too, isn't it? And I don't tend to use them that much anyway, above and beyond the Mega Man killer weaknesses. So they're nice to have. But as I say, on my main games where I don't really use Robot Master weapons anyway, they're just sort of there, and I guess they're kind of nice to have. Yeah, what can I say about this? Not probably much more than I actually said in Mega Man 9's version. I probably prefer Mega Man 9's very slightly of Mega Man 10's. I mean, they're pretty much of a muchness, but I feel like Mega Man 9 makes more sort of callbacks. Like, for example, right on cue here, this one's a callback to a Lek Man stage. Not that This one doesn't have them, obviously, as I just showed off there. In fact, this is where it froze. I don't know if you saw there on screen 87 there was a really noticeable drop in the frame rate there, where it sort of just skipped a whole bunch of frames while climbing that first ladder. And yeah, that's where the recording software had a complete meltdown and just completely refused to do anything. Yeah, I think Mega Man 9 seems to have a few more sort of callbacks. Maybe the one in Heat that was referring to back to Heatman's reappearing in the split block section was a little bit unnecessary, but for my money, I think it sort of makes a few reference to Plugman stage there, by the way. Yeah, this one definitely is not like it doesn't have them, but I feel like yeah, Mega Man 9's has more callbacks, which is probably nice to see, and I think ultimately Mega Man 10's, I feel like there are just fewer of the actual sets of screens we can get through. So by this point in time, I feel like we've seen some sets of screens at least 3 times. If not, then we will do by the time this is over. So yeah, I just feel like there's less. This one, I feel like now this is the third time. This is also the one again on screen 87 that froze. So I feel like we've seen that one 3 times now, and this one at least twice by now as well. So yeah, for whatever reason, it just seems like there's less. Unless I just got unlucky in this run and just kept getting kept getting a lot of the same screens. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, I think I overall just prefer Mega Man 9s over Mega Man 10s, but they're much of a muchness, and endless attack mode is just not something I tend to do all that much anyway. I think it's just the idea of sort of the fact that it is endless attack. I don't like sort of necessarily, or it's not the best thing for me to sort of go through a whole bunch of stages, a whole thing where there's no real end in sight. It's ultimately just survive as long as you can type thing. And I'm all for sort of just stages where there's an actual end to something rather than just progressing for as long as you can muster. So yeah, I don't tend to play endless attack all that much. Yeah, as I say, it pretty much follows the formula of Mega Man 9. There's a boss that appears after every 30 or so screens. Yeah, you can obviously use. We've obviously seen quite a few of those. Pay absolutely no attention to any of the Robot Master weaknesses I'm using on them. We'll obviously get to see those when I go through the boss rush. Yes, spoiler: there is a boss rush to the main game. So yeah, we are getting to see a few little previews of what the actual Robot Master weaknesses are. But yeah, again, for something like this, I just wasn't gonna use Mega Buster for this. Again, trying to get through as much as possible and not take a noodle amount of time. So yeah, Robot Master weapon weaknesses it is. Yeah, I think that's probably about all I wanted to say. I think we're pretty much approaching the end. I don't think we've got too much longer. It's only a couple of screens or so. So in a minute, yeah, the volume's actually going to come back, and which will signify that that is indeed the screen that I die on. Yes, we're back to normal speed, and this is indeed the screen that I died on, which we've actually seen earlier as well. Yeah, when I come to it, I just completely messed up a jump. But yeah, anyway, it's not. I pretty much cut off immediately after the death. So. Yeah, that is all the extras in Mega Man 10. It's probably this has been a bit of a kind of a haphazard kind of rush job. I didn't really leave a lot of time to explain too much, but yeah, a lot of extras in Mega Man 10 to get through. And yeah, I guess I'll leave it there. Next time, we will finish Mega Man 10 and we will go through the Wily Fortress stages. Hope to see you for that, but until then, cheerio.